It's always a business meeting when we're together.
That's the only way I could convince my parents, my family, that I'm coming out here.
Well, they should be happy for you to come out here.
You would think.
You're like the star of the show. I think that you've been here more than even me almost.
No, you're getting really good at this.
I don't know about that. I do think that you kind of dropped off of coming here through the summer, which maybe you were busy.
Yeah, no, I got called to it. I still think about that, but I want to get in before my surgery because December will be a wash.
Well, look, that's why I told you that the whole reason for the bridge
I know
is so that I could come out here when I had surgeries.
Yeah.
And so it's ready for you. And I actually, before you got here, I blew all the leaves off of it because when I walked out here, I was like, oh, this could be slippery and I could fall.
That. I appreciate that.
So I was thinking of you, which I've had to blow this thing off like 500 times a day.
Well, you still have some that'll drop here going into January and stuff.
Yeah, I know. But I think we're through the worst of it after this weekend.
Yeah, no doubt.
The leaves are very strong out here right now.
Yeah, it's good though. It's nice that it's still a little light. You can see the field.
A little bit.
You have a very pretty backyard.
I come out here in the mornings on the weekend and just watch the deer. Like they're literally, I'll show you some pictures later, like right there.
That's cool.
Like eating.
That's very cool.
And I'm just staring at them and they're staring at me and we're just like, hey, it's all good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to look at
So
you.
you get hungry.
Yeah.
Do you like deer meat?
I do. I like deer jerky that our friend Jimmy makes.
Good stuff.
But like, deer's okay, but it's gamey. You know, I'm not a big fan of the gamey taste.
Yeah. I got tricked into eating it years ago because I didn't grow up eating it. We're not hunters.
Yeah.
In our family. So I was in Cincinnati and a really good friend of mine we went to his uncle's house after a volleyball tournament and we were playing in for the church league. And he's like, I'm going to make steaks. I'm like, great.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting around just kind of chewing the fat and drinking a couple beers and the food comes out and it's wrapped in bacon.
Okay.
I'm like, this is even better.
I can get behind that.
Yeah. So I dig in. I loved it.
It was good?
It was really good.
Do you think it's because of the bacon?
The bacon helped, for it to cook because it's very lean. So it needs it to cook properly, but it wasn't bad. Now, I prefer a regular steak to deer.
I would too.
But if you prepare it the right way, it was seasoned, it was pretty darn good.
But that gets me kind of concerned that like if everything kind of went to hell, like I don't know how to hunt.
I know. Well, you and I could just hang out.
We'd die together.
We could do like play-by-play for the hunters.
Or, or one of us dies first and then we eat them so that we can get a little bit more life.
It's true.
But I've been worried about that lately, that I have no hunting experience at all.
Well, I think we could figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, if your life depends on it, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'd probably do better at fishing, so I'd go find me like a lake to hang out at.
I agree. I'd feel bad shooting a deer, or I could probably shoot a turkey, but
I don't think you would feel bad if you were starving.
Probably not, but I would, like you, I'd find a lake or a stream and try to fish.
Yeah.
But then you got to gut the dang thing. I don't know how to do that.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Majority of the meat and...
It's like our man card just like totally went out the window.
Way to start the podcast.
It's like I shouldn't have even mentioned that. Like I don't know how to hunt. I'd be like, "What, Mike? You don't know how to hunt? You idiot!"
Either we do play-by-play for the hunters, or we surround ourselves with the right people.
Yeah, we're good at commentary. We could be like, "Hey, I'll do a commentary of your hunting if you feed me."
You'd be like, Joseph, do you really want to stand there to shoot this deer?
But yeah,
very critical.
Well, speaking of bacon on the deer, this new thing I started it last year is bacon on the turkey. Because talk to me. So when you're growing up, you'd have turkey. Your grandma, your mom, or somebody would bake it in the oven.
Yeah.
And so it's dry most of the time. And then I'm going to tell you why it's dry too in a minute. But then all the rage about 10 or 15 years ago is frying the turkey in peanut oil, which would kill you.
Would kill me.
It would kill you. But then last year I was at Walmart getting things ready because me and Joseph are carrying on the tradition of my dad's. My dad would fry a turkey with his buddy like every Thanksgiving for everybody in the family. So there was like a point where him and his friend's family, so he's cooking up maybe 10 of these things a Thanksgiving.
Holy smokes.
And so after my dad died, me and Jessica decided to keep doing it. But anyway, I was going to the store to get the supplies for that, get the peanut oil and all that. Mm-hmm. And so I do a lot of cooking on my griddle, and I use a little container called Bacon Up.
Yeah.
And it's like $7 or $8 for a little container of it.
Yeah.
Filtered out bacon, all the bits and all the crap out of it. And it's excellent.
It's just like the grease, right? Yeah, I've seen it.
And it's just bacon grease.
You kind of use it on your griddle to kind of
season it. Instead of oil, you put a little. So they have those little containers. And so I'm walking through Walmart around this time last year, and on one of the end caps, there's that Bacon Up, but it's a bucket of it. And like my heart literally stopped. I was like,
stop it.
This must be from the heavens above. And so I bought like 2 of them.
Good for you.
And so I've been, I'll fill up my little container and use it on my griddle throughout the season, fried the turkeys in it, and it was excellent. And so this year I'm like, all right, I'm going to do these turkeys in bacon fat again. Wow. And so I went to Walmart and they didn't have any. And so I got on the Bacon Up website, and the only place they had it was at Bass Pro Shop.
Out at Opry?
At Opry Mills.
And you went.
And I went to buy it. I did. And so I cooked those turkeys for the event at work. And everybody loves it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wonderful. See, I thought you were going to go wrapping the turkey in bacon.
No, man.
Not the grease.
No, it's like fried in.
So you need, this tub must be pretty darn big then.
Yeah, it's like as big as when you walk around Walmart around this time of year and you see the peanut oil in the big boxes, it's like that size.
Which is made just up from our office.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at that place at the top of the hill we come.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what I was going to tell you, the secret to a turkey, because I was telling somebody this today, that, your turkey was always dry because your grandma always pulled it out when that little thing popped up.
Right.
And the little thing popped up registers when it's 165 or 167 degrees. Yeah. But the secret to it, to have a juicy turkey, you don't have to fry it. You can inject it. Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
You can, brine it, do all those things. But the most important thing that you do is you need to pull it off about 10 degrees at 155 to 157.
I think I know where you're going. Okay.
And then you let it rest because it cooks it more.
So, okay. I'm going to use that this year because I'm going to smoke a couple turkeys. But I always worried about undercooking.
No.
But the letting it rest.
The letting it rest, it finishes cooking, all the juices settle.
So you pull it off or out.
Take it off the heat and I just let it sit on the counter.
Do you wrap it in tinfoil or anything?
Well, if I'm like smoking a pork or something like that, I'll wrap it. But with the turkey, I just pull it off and set it on the counter and wait for 15 minutes. You need to put a probe in it.
Yeah.
If you put a probe in it, like that, like ends any problem that you may have.
Yeah.
And it'll even tell you on the probe to pull it off like 10 or 15 minutes before.
Yeah, I've got the old school Traeger that has the probe, tells you the temperature, but I'll now know.
But I always worried about that, like because you don't want something undercooked.
I've went to a couple of Thanksgivings where the turkey's undercooked and you're just eating sides.
You need to fry this thing in bacon grease because you want to because you've never really been able to experience a fried turkey because you can't eat the peanut oil.
No. I do love watching the videos of people trying to fry stuff.
Well, I don't have that problem because I bought one of those master built electric fryers.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not because people crank that propane up, and you'll catch a whole neighborhood on fire if you mess up or it's just slightly frozen a little bit. That thing will explode.
Yeah, the grease falls off and catches the fire.
Yeah.
Well, I will take your word, and I would love to try some. But I love just putting it on my stop on the way over here was to pick up our stuff for the Boulevard Bolt. Which with this ankle, I don't know why I'm going to do this, but
are you going to walk
tradition?
It?
Yeah. But I like to get up a little early, and I do 3 not big turkeys, and 2 of them are just all white meat because majority of people eat white meat.
Yeah.
And put them on the smoker, low, go do the Boulevard Bolt, come back, brine them the night before.
I was going to say brine.
Yeah, brine them, season them, let them sit in the refrigerator overnight, and then come back from the race and really kind of let them start cooking.
That's some of the best turkey like that I've ever had. Is if you brine it and you smoke it, best turkey you'll ever have. Best taste.
Yeah.
Like throughout.
Yeah.
But the moistest or the most moist turkey.
Well, now
is the fried one.
I'll pull it off a little bit earlier. I was always worried. I'm like, man, cook it, because it wasn't long ago that I didn't make it, but that it wasn't ready. It wasn't.
Well, you don't want to get too crazy. You don't want to be like, all right, it's 1:30. Let's
no. I'll probably wait till I think it's like 168. It's like a weird number.
It needs to be 165 is when it's done.
Yeah, so I'll pull it off at like 160.
Yeah, pull it off at 160 because people overcook them, and that's the problem.
Man, this is great. Like podcast over.
Even if I'm like cooking just like a chicken breast or something at home, like a full chicken breast, I'll put the probe in it just to know, because a lot of people just. I remember when I was a kid, man, my mom hardly ever cooked, but when she did, it was always awful because it just like, she just didn't know how to cook right.
It's like making hamburgers. You cut one in half to see if it's kind of what the color is inside.
Well, the problem that she would do is she would overcook it because she like just lets it sit there and cook until the end of time. And then you're eating like you might as well eat your shoe instead of eat that hamburger.
It's like the turkey on a Christmas vacation.
Yeah.
And they're just gnawing on it.
That's what it's like.
I like it. I'm gonna do it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Look, I'm by no means any kind of chef, but I am fat, and I know how to fry things.
Listen, there could be a whole section on this podcast for cooking. We talked about that back at the beginning.
Well, we can do that, but I did tell you that I had an announcement for the podcast, and since you just mentioned that, I'll go ahead and tell you what the announcement is.
I love it. Let's go.
Don't get too excited.
Ah, dang.
Because it's not the greatest thing, but it's something that the Fairview Social Podcast is going to start in January.
Okay.
All right. Do you think you can guess what it is?
Well, maybe it's a travel series.
That would be good. This is a series.
Okay.
And it's going to last all year.
Okay.
And then we're going to have our normal episodes and do what we normally do.
Yeah.
And this will be either, some of them will be solo and some of them will be with guests. You'll probably be guest on several of them.
I hope so. Is it a baking part?
No, it's not. What it is it's going to be an episode for every president of the United States.
No way. I love this.
And it's going to be like, maybe 5 or 10 of the most known, the most unknown.
Oh my gosh.
The most strange.
Okay.
And the most messed up things about presidents.
I love that.
And we'll talk about it. And look, the listeners can learn a little bit.
I absolutely love that. I mean, what a place to do it here too.
I know. We're going to do it.
Andrew Jackson. And I tried to look up an obscure fact about Fairview on my way over here, and I already forgot it, but somewhere there's a house that's like one of the oldest homes in Fairview, and it's tied back to Andrew Jackson.
Yeah, we're gonna do this because it'll be fun to learn a little bit, but it won't be this is what I told Nikki. I said what I don't want somebody, because I know I don't talk about this very much, but I love history, love politics, love all that kind of stuff. Those are the things that I'm into. But the normal person probably doesn't really care about history or care about the presidents. But it's going to be funny because we're going to sit here and joke about it.
How did this come about? Nikki?
I will tell you how this came about.
I love this idea. I'm giddy for it.
So let me rewind you here for when you do the podcast, you got to talk about things. You got to think about things to talk about. And the problem is I don't ever do anything. So I'm basically banking on stories of what I've lived through over the years.
Which are pretty good.
Well, I guess so. But
yes,
they're probably running slim.
No, they're pretty damn good.
At this point. But anyway, so I took a few days off work last week and I went to the Hermitage.
Okay.
Because I'd never been to the Hermitage.
Yeah, nice.
It's literally right down the road.
Sure.
I've never been there. And I was walking around just in awe of it. And so you asked a minute ago what this was. I got this to put on my table here. It's it was in the gift shop there. It's the dumbest thing ever. And then I also got these pennies, the Hermitage pennies made. Remember when you were a kid and try to get your mom or somebody to let you spin, turn the thing where it crushes the penny.
This is awesome.
So I got that. But anyway, I was thinking on the way home, number one, I was happy that I was doing something because I don't really do much at all. And that's kind of, I don't like to say New Year's resolution or anything like that, but moving forward, I need to get out of my comfort zone and go do things, because when I broke my feet years ago, I kind of went and like became like this hermit. Like I don't ever go anywhere. I don't ever do anything. I don't even go grocery shopping hardly. You know, it's like I Amazon everything.
Sure.
It's like, so when I was off, we went to the Hermitage, and then I went to Opry Mills 2 times because I got that bacon grease.
Brave.
And it's like, oh, so this is what it's like to like get out and like do things. And so,
what part? Did you have to Google how to get to these places?
Well, it was complicated because I don't ever go anywhere anymore, and I forgot about all the traffic.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was thinking about the Hermitage, and I was like, man, I need to do, because when the kids were young, Hayden could rattle off like all of the presidents.
Okay.
Like I was teaching him how like each one of them, and he'd go through them, and like, you know, Bert, the big guy that came on here when we lived next door, would be like, hey boy, tell me the president, say, watch this. And like Hayden would rattle them off.
No way.
When he was real little.
I love this.
And so I was like, man, I'm just going to do like a series on the presidents, that 30 minutes, an hour. Yeah. It's not going to be like boring. Like we're sitting here like, and then it's going to be, we're going to like, that's why I'm specifically looking at the things that was like really screwed up about the presidents. So
are you starting with George Washington?
I thought about going backwards, and then I was like, no, I think I'm going to do George Washington. And
I love this idea. So if you have a guest for that episode, will they know what president, so they could bring a fact?
Well, it's going to be the first time, folks, at the Fairview Social Podcast that it will be organized, and you will have a sheet of the notes that we're going to talk about.
More of a reason to like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Hey, good. Good plug there. Yeah. But yes, it'll be fun.
That's great.
So I'll be like, hey, Mike, I think you're going to do Nixon or wherever we're at. Yeah. So there's 52 weeks in a year.
Holy smokes.
There's 47 presidents. Yeah. Yes, we're going to do Trump twice.
Have to.
Who was the other one there was another one that.
Well, the Bushes back to back. No. They would have been the same number, right?
It was the one like back early on where there was two.
I don't know.
Not having.
Well, I can't wait to find out now.
Yeah, now you'll learn.
Wow, what a teaser there too.
You like that?
I love it.
We'll have fun.
I love that. So your picture you sent me, was that from the Hermitage?
What picture did I send you?
Picking the cotton?
Yes, we were at the Hermitage.
Surprising they had cotton out there.
They started planting like a little area of it. You've been out. Have you been there other than like to look at the property to propose?
No.
To give a bid on it?
No.
Well, like the whole when you're at the house and you look at in the back of the house and you look out, there's like trees and fields and it's all beautiful and everything. But back when Andrew Jackson was living there, it was like nothing out there, but because it was a cotton plantation. Yeah. And so you're like picturing how far you could see with no trees or anything there.
Wow.
It was just like cotton or whatever else.
How about that? I didn't think the weather was good enough up here for cotton. See, I thought with the picture, you were going to do a series of Where is Tim? And the guest had to picture. So I knew you were away.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
For a couple days off. I'm like, okay, maybe he went down somewhere south of Birmingham.
Because then I could do like TikTok videos of that, not just the podcast. We'd branch it out.
Exactly. Well, you've got something for 2027, 28.
Yeah. Well, now we can do all of it.
I love this.
I mean, how often are we sitting here and we're like, all right, well, what do you want to talk about?
Sports ball.
So you want to talk about sports ball?
That's awesome. I love that. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I'm starting to prepare for the first few episodes, and we'll start in January. Take a couple weeks off here and there.
Yeah.
But, in celebration of 250 years of the United States.
Even better. What a great idea. I mean that.
You like that?
Yeah. You're going to say nah.
No.
Because that's what you do.
No, it'll be fun.
It's a cool idea.
We'll have a good time.
I'm excited to be a part of that. I'm excited to be a part of that and bring some facts.
Yeah, you can bring your own facts if you want.
Yeah, like the 2 magnolias on Riverwood Mansion are gifts from Andrew Jackson.
Oh.
Those big ones.
Were you aware that the reason that Donaldson is because Andrew Jackson's wife's name was Rachel Donaldson?
Did not know that.
I had no idea.
Now I do.
I'm like,
Holy cow.
We have a branch at our company called Donaldson, and I didn't even know where the hell it came from.
You could do a remote from upstairs.
I know. That's funny.
Well, that's a great idea. I love that. That is branching out. I'm not surprised.
Look, man, thinking outside the box.
This is a fun podcast, and now you have something to educate the people.
Yeah. Well, when you rolled up in here, you did say that you were disappointed that we have not bought the plane.
I know.
So here's the plane update here.
Okay.
Well, I don't really have an update. I went and looked at it.
Did you look at it? I saw the pictures. Does it look, and I was thinking about it. Let me step back where I thought about it, because originally I thought it was going to come out 40 and come across 96. But I had to stop and get my Boulevard Bolt shirts that I would have forgotten to get if I didn't go down that way. But I was driving back from Tullahoma 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And took the long way. And right outside of College Grove, there's an airfield. But it looks like your backyard, but much more flat.
Yeah.
And it's 4 gliders like that thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, what are we doing? So
we need to get it.
We do need to get it. And then I'm like, well, how do we get it off and transport it where we need to go? Because it's pretty wide.
You just fly it. Fly it wherever you need to go.
Fly it to your backyard.
You know what's funny is when I don't think we talked about this because I went and looked at it after we did that podcast with Zach, but when you get up close to it, it's like, I'm like, I don't know if we need to buy this.
I just want to know how much it is, because if it's reasonable, we should just buy it.
Because it's like the seat is literally like a seat off of a lawnmower.
I was waiting, someone's turning into the gas, and the gas tank is right, the little gas can.
Yeah, it's a gas can. Because when we were, so I was thinking when we were talking about it, we were like, well, what kind of gas is that? Is that like jet fuel or something? And then I like look at it, it's just like a gas tank where like they took the top off of it, the pour spout.
Just run it right in. Hey, 5 gallons may get that place to freaking, you maybe get to the coast with that much fuel out of that thing.
It's like, and then I looked at the engine. So like if you're sitting in it, like the engine's right here, and I'm like inspecting it, it's like, it doesn't look bad, but then like I look at, it's like a pull string start, and like it's so frayed, it's almost like they just like got it off their lawnmower and put it on there. It's like,
could you see we towed it or flew it back to the office and had Tom and Johnny look at it.
And then it's got like the foot pedals. I don't know how you fly a plane or anything, but I think that the foot pedals is like a normal thing.
Well,
but
we need to, after when I can walk, we need to do a afternoon out there and get some pricing on it.
We should have just gone. I should have been like, hey, meet me over there and let's talk to this guy. Next time you come out here, we'll go up there together.
I like it.
But yeah, that plane it's a little janky, but I mean, surely they wouldn't sell a bad plane.
No, exactly. I mean, they have it tied down. If it wasn't going to work, I don't think it would be there.
Well, I got on the Google and looked up like other ultralights and stuff like that, and you can get an ultralight anywhere from like $5,000 to $50,000, depending on how much you want to spend. Sure. And so I was trying to find something comparable to that, like that's new but not as janky. But this was put together in somebody's backyard.
I'm going to say it at the most 5, and if we get some investors,
how about we say this? If it's under $5,000, we buy it.
Yes.
And if the guy's like, oh, it's $5,000, and if we get it for like, we just try to offer him like 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think you do it?
How cool to just tell people we own a plane.
I mean, it would look amazing sitting right out there in the yard.
I would just have you sit it right there,
so we can look at it every time we do a podcast.
Yeah.
Every time we do that,
I would update my LinkedIn and be like, plane owner, co-owner of a plane.
That would be amazing. If we just set it right outside the window there.
We could get Zach to land it in there. He could land that thing there. There's plenty of room coming in.
This is how dumb I am, or ignorant I am on planes. I'm sitting here thinking, like, after we did that show, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, okay, well, how much runway do you need? And then I immediately in my head, I said, well, you got to get it up to 88 miles an hour for it to take off. I'm like, wait a minute. No,
that doesn't need plutonium.
That's Back to the Future. That's not this plane.
I bet you have a ton of room there. I mean, I was picturing that field outside of College Grove, and you have more space than that did.
But then I was thinking that, and I felt dumb, and I didn't tell anybody. Now, of course, I've told 14 people that are listening to this. But then this weekend, I got on the old Apple Vision Pro, and they released this this video. It's like 10 or 15 minutes of an aircraft carrier in the sea.
Whoa.
And it was showing the planes like coming in and like the perspective of them.
Sure.
And it's like wild. It's like they slam on the gas and it's just like, phew.
Yeah, shoots them off.
And they're talking about how difficult it is to land those things because it's moving in the water.
Wow.
And then I'm like, I'm really dumb. Like, that's more than 88 miles an hour that thing's going to take off.
That ultralight, probably, I bet you Zach and you and I couldn't fly in it, being overweight. But Zach may. We'd probably have to get somebody like Daniel to fly it.
I don't know if Zach. I think Zach we could probably convince him if it was just him, but I think his wife would probably shut that down, which she probably should.
Yeah, that's true.
But
he's a pilot, though.
I know he is a pilot.
I mean, what's the difference between flying that and a Cessna? If they crash, they're both going to crash.
I know. I mean, I guess people just take those things out and fly them around all the time.
Have you seen the guy in Bellevue that flies with the? It's got the parachute, but he flies the parachute around. He takes off from the airfield at the park at Percy Warner.
Really?
Yeah.
There's an airfield out there?
They fly model planes. It's on Vaughn Road.
You think we could like take the plane from here over to there?
That's a refueling.
Refueling.
We could always call the guy at the the horse track across the street and see if we can land it there. We need to go do it because I would love to tell people that I'm a co-owner of an airplane.
It would be amazing to have that sitting right there.
Yeah.
It's like just to look at.
Yeah, totally. Totally. And nobody would bother. We'd just tie it down. Secure it in?
Well, somebody might try to fly it away.
Well, you'd be here watching them.
The deer would hang out around it.
Pharaoh would get in there and try to fly it away.
Yeah, they'd probably try to make a nest in the engine or something. Then we couldn't fly it.
All right, so we should pick a day, maybe before surgery, and just meet.
Surgery's on the 2nd?
3rd.
On the 3rd. Well, hell, it's like
8 days away.
Yeah. Well, when do you want to go and look at
it? Let's go like the 1st or 2nd.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go down there. Knock on that.
What are the hours of that place?
Like
let's go in the middle of the day.
7 to 4.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Let's meet there in the middle of the day.
We should do it.
Okay. I'm just curious.
We should call him right now. Well, it's already.
Yeah, it's probably too late.
It's too late, but like we could call him on the phone and get the price on the show.
Go ahead, caller.
Go ahead, caller. So your surgery's coming up on the 2nd. Are you nervous about it?
No, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm excited because it doesn't seem as invasive, is that the right word, as the other surgery that I had.
Yeah.
And I'm hopeful that the pain, because they're going to put this new joint in there, will go away.
I think you'll be a lot better after that. I've had a lot of problems over the past, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks, to where like in the summer when we were talking about it in my mind, I was like, I've not been doing so bad, but now it's like I can barely walk.
That's how did you do the cortisone shot or whatever it is?
I've done it before. I did it last year. I haven't had any since.
Well, when mine wore off, it wore off.
Yeah.
And I know we both have different types of injuries, and my buddy up in Lexington has a completely different one. So I know 2 other people that I'm close friends with that have bad feet.
Did the cortisone help you?
It helped a little bit. Not as much as probably should have.
Yeah.
My issue, just like with urine diffusion, it's the bone on bone.
Yeah. The cortisone's supposed to help. And I remember I'd got about a week relief out of it. And you're supposed to get like 3 months.
Yeah.
It's like, it's supposed to be okay. Or like, you get the shot and then it gradually, you feel better after 4 or 5 days.
Right.
And then you're supposed to feel pretty good, and then it kind of trails off. But like I peaked at a week, and then it was like
that's how this was. It helped a little bit, but even yesterday, after doing a bunch of walking on Saturday and Friday, walking for work, Yesterday was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Pretty brutal. So I'm excited for it.
I think that's actually, now I think about it, because I've been more active the past few weeks. Like when I walked around the Hermitage and walking around Opry Mills and all that. I mean, usually I don't walk that much. I walk to my truck, go to work.
That's right.
Walking around the office, come home, walking around here.
Yeah.
You know, barely getting 3,000 steps a day.
You know, and you guys you and Daniel talked about this early on about working out. I mean, that was the thing I said I had to do is, work out to get a little stronger. Because, I mean, even doing the damn crutches is hard on. Yeah. You realize if you don't have strength, you don't have strength when you have
crutches. Suck, man. You need a knee scooter.
I'm going to have the scooter because it's non-weight bearing for 3 weeks. The lady told me 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is different. With this other one, it was 6 weeks. I mean, I was whole month of December.
I think it's because they're not repairing anything.
I think so.
They're replacing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because are they not like, you're not trying to grow any bone back or anything.
No, it's a replacement that the bone and tendons grow around and ligaments grow around the piece that they put in there.
Yeah. That's awesome. Only 3 weeks.
I know.
And then you talked about that boot, that special boot.
Yeah. They said the boot may not work.
Really?
But there's like, wear the boot. When you're walking, you can take it off. After you start the PT, PT starts 2 weeks in. Take the boot off to drive, and then put it on when you get to where you need to go. Because, I mean, those boots are massive.
Yeah, it doesn't
make any sense.
Be a better way.
There has to be a different way.
Lugging that thing around.
Yeah, and I may still look into buying that little boot that goes around your shoe and kind of for stability, because that boot is just it's not fun. It's heavy.
Yeah, it's really inconvenient. Honestly, when I originally broke both of my feet, it was more convenient to have both of the boots on to walk than to have one and not the other.
Sure. Everything I read, the boots aren't really good for you anyway.
Yeah.
Because they change your gait, your walking gaits, your hips hurt. Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, you probably the same thing. It's my hip because you're not walking the right way.
Yeah. And we're old too.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But, one of my goals for next year was to get a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Because I'm still dealing with the atrophy of my calf on the right leg here from 2 years ago.
Back when I had all those surgeries and everything, it's like I never did any of the PT and I never did any of the stuff like sitting around, and you have to do it.
You do.
You have to do, get your range of motion.
I get it for your feet. The shoulder I had to do because you can get frozen shoulder and you're screwed. But, I get it for this because, you get to the point where like, what is this doing? Yeah. You're paying $85 a visit or whatever it's going to be.
I think I went to PT and the doctor told me like, well, especially after like the 6th or 7th surgery, he's like, you're not going to go anywhere.
Yours is unique, too.
But you still need to do. You don't have to go to PT, and I agree. It was like for me, it was like $130 a visit, and I'm like, I can do this at home,
right?
But the problem is, are you going to do this at home? Because that's what I wouldn't do it.
So the other thing is, I've got some stuff at the end of next year that I need to be doing. Because I've paid for it. Big golf trips. So I need to be able to walk. Mm-hmm. I still do want to do my 100-mile bike ride.
Yeah.
But this doctor's talking about, hey, yeah, you'll be playing pickleball. I'm like, I'm thinking pickleball. I mean, that lateral movement, I can't, in my mind, picture kind of planting and moving like you do with tennis and pickleball.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's saying, yeah.
I mean, that's awesome.
I'm like, I don't care about pickleball. I want to be able to walk and play golf.
I want to be able to walk and not be in pain.
Yeah.
Instead of, it's like you're
dragging behind everybody. Yeah.
Dragging your foot around.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're leaving the football game on Saturday night and everybody's like 20 feet ahead of me. And
you're like, I'm coming.
The only thing that keeps me up is my stride's longer than most people.
Yeah.
So I can keep up that way. But I'm pretty excited. I'm a little nervy. It's more because of missing work. Because there's a lot that's picked up here.
There's a lot. I know there's a lot going on at work, but at the same time, it's like you'll be better and stronger, and your headspace will be better,
right?
Because I know that just from my experience, like that can ruin your day or your week, just being in pain for that.
Well, like you and I've talked about, nobody understands. You can tell them what happened, you can tell them what you're feeling, but they don't understand.
Yeah,
the pain.
it's like the mental toll for me, I think, is what
it's exhausting.
That's where the whole feral thing comes from. Yeah. And I know we laugh about it on here, but like you go crazy.
Yeah.
You go crazy with this stuff and you start like, I mean, like I said a minute ago, I completely closed myself off from the world and I'm still trying to pull myself out of that. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because, I sent you the picture of the squirrel that you sent me, just a little medallion thing. But it's a good reminder.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder to not let yourself, get into that headspace because it can happen overnight.
Yeah. Well, you take that, and that's such one of the big problems. Not even specifically with foot surgery, but people have an ailment, they go get worked on. And then they go home and they have to not do anything because you got to stay off of it. You start getting depressed. And on top of that, you're on painkillers, which can make you go crazy and get you. And a lot of people get addicted to that stuff.
Yeah. And
it's like, I don't know, man. Yeah. It's a vicious cycle.
I can't do the pain. That's one thing I can't do. It just doesn't work for me. The pain, like it makes me sick.
Yeah. I was telling Eli and Jenna on the episode that I did with them that like the painkillers never work for me. It's like they give you a buzz or whatever, like the opioid part of it, but like it doesn't take the pain away. And it's like it's pointless.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt like I could take like 3 or 4 Excedrin migraines, and that did better than like any kind of painkiller.
I think you and I talked about it, even maybe Nikki told you it's the doing the Advil and Tylenol kind of flip-flopping them.
Yeah.
That helps better than the drugs.
Well, that's why I don't well, again, everybody's body's different, just like addiction and tolerances and all that. It just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see how people can get addicted to it because you take one and you're like, oh, I got a little bit of a buzz. And the next time you take one or maybe 5 more times, it's like, oh, well, this isn't doing anything, so I need to take 2.
Yeah.
And that's how people get.
That's true.
Because they're popping like 20 of these
I'm going to try to sell mine to pay for my golf trip.
That's a good idea. I'm sure there's plenty of people that would buy.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Hey, I'll talk to you about that after the show. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's probably best to just stay away from it. But maybe it really helps other people.
It has to help somewhere. But you think of like morphine back in the wars when you got shot. I mean, it was more just to take their minds off of the pain.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, well, I can just drink that bottle of Woodford right there and be perfectly happy rather than risk getting addicted to painkillers.
Yeah. I knew a gentleman that actually had an old landscaping company that blew like $2 million on drugs. Yeah.
I mean, immediately when we started talking about this, I was thinking about Matthew Perry and like how he was saying that he was taking like 50 or 60 of these things a day. I'm like, how do you do that? I'm sure that the ones that they gave me when I was having these surgeries were like the low ones, but he ain't going and buying those low ones. He's probably like whatever the highest strength is times 60 of them a day. Like, good Lord.
What's funny you say that because he was ketamine, right? That he overdosed on.
Yeah.
And now that I keep seeing all these, I actually saw a commercial on something this weekend about microdosing ketamine. Instead of doing like Zins and stuff, it's something you put in your mouth and kind of small doses of it to get that kind of.
Everybody's talking about microdosing everything. Now. It's like GLP-1 microdosing.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is people don't want to do that all the time. It's like, if you give me, let's just use a GLP-1 as an example. If you give me a shot for a month and it has some kind of slow release, okay, I'd consider that. But if you're like, I'm microdosing this GLP-1, and so I have to take the pill or take the shot 5 times a day, I ain't doing that.
Yeah. I've heard from a doctor that the microdosing, the GLP-1 is actually pretty good. Smart thing to do.
To just do
it's still so expensive though.
Yeah, all of it's expensive. That's what's funny about it. I remember I asked my doctor about that 2 or 3 years ago because he kept telling me I need to lose weight. And I've lost a lot of weight since he was telling me about that. And I was asking him about the GLP-1s. I was like, why is it so expensive? And he's like, oh, just wait a few years and then all the generics will come out and all that, which I'm sure that's probably already happening.
I think so. Well, I think I saw Costco has a GLP-1 now.
Yeah, it's like, everybody will be able to get
I don't know. I mean, we keep talking about it at home and I've got friends that are doing it, microdosing it. Makes a little sense.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
If you get to an age, you can work out all you want, but sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I know. I don't like being fat, but the problem with it is what you see with a lot of these people when they come off of it, it's like they just gain it all back because you're not fixing the root of the problem.
You still have to keep up your muscle tone. You still have to be exercising. Well, a lot of people take it and
they don't understand what it does. It's making your hormones make you think you feel full,
right?
Or your intestines are backed up or whatever, so you don't eat as much. Basically, you're just not eating as much.
That's right.
So if you get off of it, if you're a little fat piggy pig like myself, and you see a plate of food, you're like, I'm going to eat that whole plate of food.
Yeah.
Well, you need to fix the problem and be like, no, Tim, you don't need to eat that whole plate of food. Maybe eat half that plate of food.
Well, for me, it's chips and soft drinks. If you drink a bunch of water through the day, I mean, you'll lose weight pretty darn quickly, and because it makes you feel full.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, who has time to be going to the bathroom every 5 minutes?
Yeah, it sucks.
And something sweet, because I'm probably addicted to sugars. It's pretty good.
I read this headline. I think it was this morning, actually, after I got up, and I'm probably going to get this all wrong, but the news headline was Lizzo talking about how people are losing the whole body love, this and that and the other. And I'm just like, you know what, Lizzo, you need to shut your mouth because you were taking GLP-1s.
Yeah, you didn't do
to lose
special.
a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sitting there saying, I'm sitting there thinking, what are you talking about?
She probably wants to go back to being heavy because she's now not relevant. You have to say something stupid like that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean,
the fact that any of that stuff is in the news is just ridiculous to me.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, you were fat and now you're not. It's like, I personally don't care how you got there. I don't care. You know how some people are like shaming the people that are taking the GLP-1s? Who cares?
Right.
Who cares? Let them do whatever they want.
If that's what it takes. I mean, Jelly Roll lost all his weight.
Yeah, he apparently did it all by exercise and eating right and all that.
Awesome.
Good for him.
You have to think, there you can probably afford a chef and a trainer.
Yeah.
That's there every day, keeping you motivated. That's the other thing, right?
Yeah, there's that. But like I said, the GLP-1s are good at making you eat less because you feel full. But the problem becomes like you're not changing that, whatever that little thing is in your head that's telling you, or like I know for me, I do emotional eating, or
that's how I am.
Just like eating just because, or I'm bored, or it's like you got to fix all that.
Yeah.
Because you'll lose weight, but then you just gain it all back.
My joke, and I've said it on here, I've got high cortisol and I'm an emotional eater.
There you go.
And I can't lose any weight.
I know.
I like lose a pound, gain 2 back. Lose 3 pounds, gain 2 back. It's wild.
These people, like these guys that get in the gym all the time and they're doing all that. And I used to do all that.
Yeah. And
it's funny because I can't say, well, I just don't have time for that. Because I do. I don't do anything. I just got done telling you 30 minutes ago how I don't do anything at all. I could do it.
Well, you should, because
I just don't want to do it.
It sounded like you have the hard part for me. Reason why going to see a little trainer once every other week is I didn't know how to properly do the exercise.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can bench press.
Yeah.
But then you get to the point where, well, if I can't push this up and nobody's spotting me and I don't want to look like an idiot. Or doing triceps, the wrong way, or not doing the right, sequencing so you don't overdo it. But it sounded like you had some background and knowledge of that. I mean,
I was gonna say, like, I felt the exact same way. This was before my accident where I broke my feet, and I got real big into this 5x5 routine.
Yeah,
all barbell stuff. Just loading a little bit each day, or you do it 3 days a week, load 2.5 pounds or 5 pounds or whatever it was, go up. And I was lifting heavy because I didn't care about looking like that part. I cared about being strong.
Sure.
And even if I got back into it, that's what I would care about. Because you just feel better when you feel stronger. You're building muscle. I still look the same as I do now. Maybe my belly's not as big because I'm completely happy with my frame and all of that. You're just strong. You just feel good. And when I was doing all that stuff, what I learned was like I would record myself doing each set, and you watch it back, and you're like, okay, well, especially when you're doing squats or deadlifts or something like that, because you can really hurt yourself if if your form's not right.
Right.
And so I got really good at it, actually.
Yeah.
And I loved it, man. I felt so good afterwards. And I think I got to the point where I got so heavy to the point to where like I wasn't eating enough to maintain that muscle, because it was a slippery slope for me, because I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight and gain the muscle. And that usually doesn't go together when you're trying to build mass.
That's right. Or you're not doing it the right way. Right. I mean, we should talk about maybe doing a little challenge for ourselves for next year to get a little healthier. Because there's really, even if, I mean, my foot's never going to be back to normal.
Yeah.
You're unfortunately aren't going to be back to normal, but there's really no reason from our knees up, we can't make our bodies adapt to the issues that we have, down there.
You can do other things.
Right.
And what ended up killing me on all this is that when I did quit doing all of this stuff, or I had the accident, I was full into it, getting close to just like almost quitting. And then I hurt myself. And then what would happen was I was still eating the way that I was eating when I was lifting, because, you try to eat.
You have to bulk.
Like, you have to fuel yourself. You're eating like, going to Sonic and getting a milkshake and this kind of stuff. It was okay then, because I'm just like literally burning it off, and you gotta put weight on, get more protein and whatever you got to do. And then so I continued to eat like that and just gained everything.
Well, you've done a nice job this year and last year of losing that, what you had. I mean, you challenge yourself, you have the discipline to do it.
Yeah.
It's just finding, we're not getting any younger, right? You've got grandkids and more coming that you want to be able to spend time with.
Yeah.
I've got some things that I want to be doing. I mean, girls' weddings and grandkids and, trips and all this stuff. So, I mean, you have some discipline there that you can get back into it quick.
I do have discipline, but the biggest problem, and I have this problem, I've talked about it on here before, the cycle that I do to where I will be 1,000,000% into it.
Yeah.
In anything, not just weightlifting or any of that. And then the second I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore, I drop it.
Well, this podcast is a great example of, you find it, it's fun.
It may be gone. It may be gone sooner than later.
But no, think about it. You've already have a plan for next year. I mean, it all comes down to plan, sticking with the plan, because it doesn't work overnight. You want to train for a marathon, you have to build yourself up to training for a marathon.
Yeah. But the thing is I'm just like, I'm flaky like that. Even with people, if I don't like somebody, I will continue to hang out with this person, or, in a group or whatever. Yeah. And then when my mind clicks and it says, you don't like this person, I do everything I can to avoid them. It's like with that, with anything that I do, it's like it goes through these cycles.
Well, let's challenge ourselves. Let's make a little challenge to stick with it and stay with it.
You got to hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
The problem is we say this now, we're going to commit and we're going to do this thing. Well, are we going to commit to this 6 months from now? And
I think why not? I mean,
hey, Mike, as I see you eating a bag of chips, I'm like, Mike, you really think you should be eating that? You're like, oh, well, I'm just real bit. Well,
you make a great point, because that's my fault. I won't eat, but I'll eat like junk food because it's easy and quick. We don't have the best, work environments to have some discipline with good food, and
that's why,
because we're always on the go. And
that's why I go to Jersey Mike's every day, because at least there's parameters there. I can't do too much damage with like a turkey sandwich.
That's true.
And do I like going there every day? I don't mind it. When I'm done with it, I will stop going, because that's what I do. One day I'll be like, I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah. And then there'll be like, I'll go back 6 months later, like, where the hell have you been? You used to come in here every day.
Well, let's make a pact for start of the year.
Okay.
We have all of December to talk about kind of some guidelines with some check-ins. We can do check-ins on here.
Okay.
And then set a goal. My goal would be for middle of July to be in good enough shape to walk, 5 days of playing golf.
Yeah.
36 holes a day.
So the problem that we usually run into with this is like, okay, well, I'm going to lose 50 pounds. I don't care about numbers of weight anymore. What I care about is like you said, it's like, are you walking enough to build up your strength and build up your, your.
I'm not even worried. I think if we do the right things, the weight will come off, right? And maybe 5 pounds, and maybe 10 pounds, maybe 40 pounds. Who knows? Maybe 1 pound. For me, I've been thinking about getting my HRV back up.
Okay.
Because then you sleep better. Mm-hmm. You're getting a stronger heart. And you feel a little bit better, right? When my HRV because I track it on my Whoop band, is when it's low, I'm sluggish. Mm-hmm. I don't sleep well. Moody. When I'm moody, I eat.
Yeah.
So my goal will be to bring that number up, something that's trackable.
Yeah.
Which requires better sleep. That's really where it all starts. If we can get better sleep at night, longer sleep, because I average like 5 hours and 53 minutes a night.
That's been a problem for me. I've gotten a little bit better at it. I usually don't go to bed any later than like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Now. But I used to be like 11 or 12.
When we get up, if you're going right to sleep and staying asleep.
Yeah.
You're still only getting 5-6 hours of sleep.
I know. Well, like every morning, the first thing I do is I check my sleep score and like how much I woke up. This is awful, but like I quit drinking in the summer for, I don't know, probably 12 or 13 weeks. Mm-hmm. And I made it very clear that like I'm not quitting, and it's just like taking a break from it for a little while. Did I feel better? No, not really. It wasn't like, oh, I feel so much better about life and everything. Right. I'm not in this haze of like drinking 3 or 4 days a week.
Yeah.
So I've been drinking the past few weeks, and it's like, my sleep is worse. And, it's like, and so I'm sitting there like, I don't really want to do that, because as you get older, it's like all you care about is your level of sleep.
Yeah, I know, it's wild. It's wild. It is the first thing I look at in the morning too. I'm like, oh gosh, God, it took me this long to get to sleep. I got up this many times to go to the bathroom, or I've sat there thinking about life or work for 30 minutes.
The problem is like there's nobody like putting me in a headlock and saying that I got to be at work at like 6:15 or 6:30 in the morning. It's just like my routine.
That's right. And I will argue that it's a good routine, because you get there a little bit before I do, but I am disciplined enough. You're disciplined enough that's when people need you.
Yeah.
You can get stuff done maybe before people get there. That's bothering you.
That's why I do that, is because I know that once 7 or 7:30 rolls around, it's like I just get hammered all at once.
But it's also a learned behavior too, because
that's true.
These other areas, it's not the same mindset that we grew up on.
Yeah. The biggest thing that I want to happen, but I know this will never happen, is like I have this vision that like I'm going to wake up at the same time I normally do.
Yeah.
I go and I work out for an hour, whether it be like lifting weights or walking around the neighborhood or running on a treadmill.
Yeah.
I take a shower and then go to work.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just in the movies.
I think it is in the movie. Because if we did that, it's getting up at 4:30 to be at the gym at 5 so you can be back at the office. It's not get there at
The thing is I have a gym in my garage.
Well, maybe that's the challenge, is to do that. Maybe the challenge, is, if I'll be a little easier to walk, is walking in the morning. You're working out and stuff like that. I'm still trying to go to the gym at night, which is probably not the best thing to do. I've always understood that it's better to work out in the morning anyway, because then you're so amped, it's harder to go to bed.
Yeah. I think my mind, I do this like maybe somewhere in my mind's messing with me, but like when I get all these ideas, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk around the neighborhood. And it's like I decide it, and I'm like, I'm going to start my cycle of that. And then it's like, well, it is getting to be winter.
It's cold. Yeah. Well, that's why we can talk right into global warming. Gosh, we were having 70-degree days here.
Yeah.
You want to be active. At least I do.
It's funny because I've had that happen before. So I'm like, I'm going to buy a treadmill. So I have a treadmill.
Yeah.
And so it's in the garage. I'm like, well, it's still a little chilly in the garage. But then I'm like, and then the other part of me is like, hey, you idiot. You see how people that aren't familiar with Hollywood Studios, half of it is the podcast studio, the other half is my chair and TV. It's like, hey, how about you move your chair out of there and put the treadmill right
well,
there?
you can watch TV, or you could probably talk and do some of your podcasts while you're just walking too.
Oh, that sounds great, but I won't do it.
Well, maybe that's the challenge. Maybe that's the challenge. We come back here in the first part of January, and we set some goals for ourselves to try.
No, I think that's a good idea. It's good to set goals like that. And I'm not big on New Year's resolutions, but I do think that it's a good time to like reset.
It totally is.
To reset, you kind of look back at the year and be like, okay, what worked, what didn't work, what do I need to?
Well, if we truly believed in, and maybe this is my take, if we believed that we're really good at what we do, and we are, we could sacrifice a few 30 minutes to do stuff like that in the morning.
I know.
But when people depend on you and rely on you, then that's the mindset you're in. That's hard to break.
Well, it was really bad because like I literally just got done watching 10 seasons with 22 45-minute episodes of Blacklist. And I felt like, and I watched it in like a very short amount of time. And so when I watched the last episode, which I was very unhappy how it all ended, I told Joseph, I was like, it's not worth watching after season 7. But like, so I think about like all of that time,
right?
It's like, and now I'm happy that I'm done with it because I feel like I've been released from it.
Now you can move on.
But I'm the one that put myself into the Blacklist prison.
22 45-minute episodes
for 10 seasons.
Holy crap.
So that's a lot of episodes.
That's a lot of episodes.
And it's like, so I finished it Thursday or Friday when I was off. When I got back from getting the bacon up, I'm like, I got 2 episodes. I'm just get this done. And then when I was done with it, like I opened the door and it was like, the leaves are all falling. It's like, hello world, I'm free.
It's winter now?
Yeah, exactly. That's how bad it was. And I'm like, I'm not getting into that trap again.
Yeah.
It's like, I love TV. I love watching shows. I love doing all that. But like anything, it needs to be like controlled a little bit better.
I mean, that's where Kate and I are different because she likes to watch shows and I like to sit and listen to music.
Yeah.
And it's a little harder to sit there for hours on end just listening to music because my tendency is to listen to the same songs over and over again. But I've never been able to just sit. Last time I sat and watched an episode, This Is Us. Watch that from start to finish, and then Lost. Yeah, which Lost is the worst.
Yeah, I've never watched that, but I'm not going to because I know that it went on forever, and you're never satisfied.
Never satisfied. So I mean, maybe in my head, I'm like, oh, what's the point of doing this? So I can't sit there and watch. Episodes.
Well, it's bad because like I was thinking about today, we were going to meet and do this podcast.
Yeah,
and. It gets dark earlier, so I was like, all right, maybe I can even try to leave work an hour or so early because I put this tent up for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Did you do it by yourself?
For the holidays. Yeah, I put that up yesterday. And I was like, I need to string up the lights, and I need to put a heater and stuff in there. So I'm like, well, I'll have a little bit of sunlight. And then, so I got busy at work, so I couldn't leave. And then like you got here and so I'm sitting there like panicking about it. I'm like, no, Tim, you don't have to watch 4 hours of Blacklist anymore. You've
got time.
You've got plenty of time. That's what's so bad.
That's funny.
But I'm sitting there worried about like my schedule. And I'm like, I don't know if I'll have enough time to do this.
Do the same thing.
It's like, why? Well,
yeah.
What am I?
Sometimes I'm thinking to myself, am I the worst manager of time?
Yeah. No, I mean, what's funny is like, I'm a great manager of my time at work.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm just like very, very strategic on how I do things and prioritize this. And I'm just awesome.
Yep.
And then as soon as I get home, it's almost like I just peel my face off and become
the same way.
This different person. I'm just like
same way.
And so I guess the way that I deal with it in my head is I'm just like, well, I'm just exhausted from work, so I need to sit here and watch TV for 4 hours.
I sat yesterday morning. This is how stupid it is. I like to go grocery shopping. I'm thinking to myself, all right, I got a few things I want to do. In my mind, at 11 o'clock yesterday morning, I'm thinking it's going to take me 2 hours to go grocery shopping.
Yeah.
It took me like 45 minutes.
I know.
But then like the whole rest of my day was like, well, if I go grocery shopping, then I can't do this. And then I had to take the trash down to the dump, and I still needed to clean the Traeger out for Thanksgiving.
There's just not enough time.
I never made it to cleaning the Traeger. I vacuumed. I watched a little bit of the football game. I find myself, and that's why I said to myself, I am the worst manager of time.
Yeah.
Because like it's 6 o'clock yesterday, I'm like, damn, it's 6 o'clock. I want to go to bed here soon. And I haven't done anything. Then I beat myself up for not getting stuff done.
Well, it's funny. Like, I'll give you an example. Say that I'm going to leave my house and go to the Loveless Cafe. The Loveless Cafe takes 15 minutes from here to get to.
Yep.
And so say that I needed to be there at 12:30. Well, I would leave at 12 to go down there.
Yeah.
And then sit in the car and be like, okay, well, I'm sit here for 15 minutes.
What do I do now? Yeah.
But what's bad about it is like I get so irritated, specifically like at work or something else. Like if somebody's just like coming in like even a minute late.
Yeah.
But then now, as we're having this conversation, I think about it, I'm like, well, at least they're doing things in that time. You know, it's like maybe they're like, okay, well, I got 15 minutes. I can fit this in.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'm not being as good of a
maybe
time manager as other people.
Maybe I don't know. I
like to have a little cushion.
I hate like going to the airport. I like to get to the airport because I from my mind I'm gonna get detained by security for some reason.
Exactly. Get there 3 hours early.
Exactly.
Still do that.
Exactly.
Because I know though, if one time that I don't do that, I'm gonna, it just so happens that all the nice machines where you just throw all of your bags in there and it goes through quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all broken today. So
we have to go through everything.
So I know that if I don't get there 3 hours early, something like that's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, even when you took me to the airport 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Took me 3 minutes to get through security.
That's what I'm saying.
Then coming back from Kansas City took me like 2 minutes to get through.
Yeah.
But I sat there for 2.5 hours.
No.
And I'm like, I can at least do a little bit of work. But like on vacations, it is an argument in my house because Kate she's got it down. And like, it stresses me out. Then I stress everybody else out. And I'm like, can we just get through security and then I'll be fine?
I think that the reason that I still do that is because most of my traveling has been when I was doing the missions, and my friend Myron, he always had this rule. He's like, you're going to have to wait somewhere.
Yeah.
It's better to wait in the air-conditioned airport, which I know that doesn't make sense here, but when you're in Haiti and it's hot as hell hot as Hades there, it's like, oh, we got to be at the airport at noon. Well, we better leave at 8 to make sure we don't miss our flight.
Right. You're not missing it. You're comfortable.
Yeah. You're just sitting in the
Something happens, you're already there.
Yeah.
Traffic, car accident, whatever it may be. You're stuck in it.
Yeah. I live an hour away from the airport. So there's a lot that can happen between here and there.
Totally.
But usually all the flights that I take are usually like 5 or 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's usually pretty clear.
Yeah.
Which I think I do that to do those flights because they're cheaper anyway.
They're cheaper. You're thinking less traffic. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Well, you got big holiday plans for the season?
No, we're going to do the Boulevard Bolt. That's kind of a tradition. Jane and I usually do it, but we recruited Maggie and Kate to do it this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to slowly walk through it, and they'll probably run it. But that, like I said, do the turkeys, and then
you going out in town or anything for Christmas or anything like that?
No, with the surgery, we're going to be here. I may do a little bit of work on Friday. I'm trying to get some stuff done so it's not so crazy at the beginning of December.
After you have your surgery, what time of day is your surgery?
I don't even know yet. The night before.
Once you find out like what time it is, then whoever I'm podcasting with, whoever it may be, we're going to call you.
Bullshit. I'll be hopped up on something then. Yes.
I know. We're going to make sure that we give you a call.
And it'll be the 3rd. It'll be the Wednesday, the 3rd.
We're going to check in on you.
Yeah. Kate wants me to stay at the hospital the first night.
No.
That's what I said.
No,
the surgery, they said, takes an hour and a half.
It's outpatient stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and stay in the hospital. It would be nice, but
no, you'd rather be home.
Exactly.
You'd wake up in the hospital and you'd be like, this sucks.
I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here. No, so we're not doing it. How about you guys? Everybody coming here?
Yeah.
I love the tradition that you and Joseph talked about doing that. That's wonderful.
My dad did that. And we all, the thing is I always think about, because my dad was doing that for years and years and years. And there was times early on in the marriage and when my family was young, like we didn't have any money.
Yeah.
And to be able to have that turkey, it's like we didn't have to worry about that. You know, and it's like that was a huge deal back then.
Yeah.
And so now, you know, the families are still small, so we literally don't have many to do.
Sure.
But like as Jack gets married or Hayden gets married and Joseph's kids and all that.
Just tell her I can't talk.
Is that I mean, do I need to put like a rule list right here?
Could you hear that in my headphones?
Yeah.
Well, could you hear that in my headphones?
Mike breaks all of these rules.
He slouches.
He slouches into the camera, so I have to blur him or put a still shot. A still shot.
The mouth breather.
You know what's funny is like I was giving you a bunch of shit about that, and then I did the same thing on an episode that I did with me and Nikki.
Yeah.
We were sitting here a couple Saturdays ago and we were recording and we were like 10 minutes into it. And she's like, "Hey, is your camera on?" I was like, "Yeah, it's on. Don't insult me. I know what I'm doing." And then I look and I'm like, "It's not on."
Oh, shoot.
And so I did the same thing to me. It's like, there's a picture of me. Like,
the one with you, me, and Zach, I look so dumb just sitting there. But I don't usually watch them. I listen to them because it's easier for me to listen. But now I have to get better into watching them. I love watching the clips.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like the clips too, you know, so I can.
It's more important than liking is if you like, even when they pop up on my personal feed, I just let it play because that's what gets you is the watch time.
Okay.
And so you can like it. Yeah, that's fine. But like, I just let them play even if it's for me because like, that's what the algorithm.
Okay. I'll keep it on that too. I usually don't watch because I enjoyed watching the one with you and Nikki after the, you know, your grandpa's, funeral and all that stuff, talking through that stuff. It's interesting to hear. Just like I loved when Eric was here with you and Joseph. Those stories that y'all have growing up, it's fun stuff to know somebody for as long as, you know, Joseph and Eric have known each other. That's pretty darn cool.
Yeah, he grew up down the road. He grew up down the road, and we've been friends with that family for a long time. Right. But it's we got lots of stories.
Yeah. You could do, Eric's got the voice for podcast, and I think Roger said he's going to start his podcast back up again. But I mean, it's cool to hear that dialogue between.
Yeah, he started it back up. He's actually going to do an episode over here. I think he wants to interview Joseph or Joseph interview him or something. I don't remember what they wanted to do, but I was like, y'all can do that over here if you want.
The funniest part of that podcast was y'all giving Joseph crap about his language.
Oh, yeah.
And not understanding that you're trying to build this thing up. So you got to dial back some of the words.
I know. That's what I told him. I'm like, look, he was ragging on me about like, oh, you just adapt to whoever. I'm like, look, if Billy Bob comes over here and he's got like his 10-year-old kid and he's like, look, 10-year-old son, I was on a podcast. Right. And then it's like, I'm just like this and that. And you know, if it's just me and Joseph, whatever, I don't really care. But like if it's a group of people or a particular setting, it's like, you know, you dial it back a little bit.
It's fine. It's fine not to tell somebody, well, Joseph's a bitch, but
you just slide it in there.
But you don't have to use all the language that he does.
I know. Did you see?
It's funny.
Did you listen to the episode where he tried to not cuss at all?
Yes.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
Very end. We need to get him. You need to get him a dictionary and a thesaurus.
Well, he said shit at the end of it, and then I was like, I didn't even think of it. Caitlin called him out on it.
The dude's got so much to offer. I mean, when you start doing this series next year, I'll be interested to see when he's on because he's going to know something that nobody knows.
Well, that's the other thing. Another idea that I had for like, I don't really want to call it segment, just somewhere in the podcast episodes is like anytime that a guest comes on the podcast, you bring some kind of tidbit of information that you think that nobody would know.
Yeah. Well, you know, that one I like, they have an Ask Bob section. We could do an Ask Tim.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to have instead of me last minute trying to figure out from ChatGPT a fact about Fairview, have something to talk about.
Yeah.
It's a good idea to have.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't have to be, like you said, it could be something obscure about the president, something, you know, controversial and something interesting.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I have I want to make it to where it's fun for I don't want someone that listens to this show normally like, oh, I don't want to listen to that. It'll be this same kind of setting. We'll just be talking about.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea
about the presidents, but there's 47 of them, so we have basically a year's worth of material.
We sure do,
and we'll continue to run the normal episodes. I've said this before. I would like to have every week have an episode with a guest and then a solo one.
Yeah.
That's my ideal setup.
Oh, your solo ones are getting really good too. It'll be fascinating with maybe figuring out a way to tie back the presidents to Nashville. Now it'll be, earlier on, it'll be a little bit harder because of
what do they call it? Like 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon or whatever, whatever they call that.
Daniel and I used to play that game upstairs, and that was a lot of fun. But, towards around the Civil War and, the mid 1800s, there's probably a lot of ties to this city.
There is.
In this region with the presidents.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We're going to do it, and it'll be a lot of fun. We'll have to make sure to get the guest on the episodes, because I'm researching George Washington right now, and I've got several good ones, and I'm just waiting for the president where I look up and I look it up and I find just this outrageous thing that nobody knew. So
who was the one that did he die in the bathtub?
I don't know.
We'll have to wait for that one.
I don't know. I'm sure we'll figure it out. But by the end of it, we'll all be educated in the president.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, George Washington's got to be growing up in Pittsburgh. I mean, George Washington was big right there at Fort Pitt.
Yeah, the stuff that I read about him already, I was like, wow, hey, I learned something.
Yeah,
that way we're not just rotting our brain out, waiting for Joseph to use the C word,
or call Daniel a bitch,
or any of those things. We can at least say that we're being somewhat productive.
No, I love the idea. I think it's a wonderful thing to do. I mean, it won't take up the whole cast, but it's something to you'll have a segment to. You probably have to find a little jingle to turn on right before you go into it, so people know you're going into that segment.
A little jingle,
some of the guitar riff.
Or I can use or we could just do this right here.
Yeah, you probably have something in there too.
There's probably something different.
Change it up. Are the boys coming everybody coming back here for Thanksgiving?
Hayden was here a few weeks ago, so we already did Thanksgiving, so this will be another Thanksgiving.
That's the one I didn't get invited to.
That's right. All of the family will be here, but as far as Christmas goes, I don't know. I don't think Hayden's coming in town because he was gone for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
he was 2 weeks in Mexico and then a week here.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
well, the holidays are on weird times too. Thanksgiving's late, if I remember correctly, and then Christmas is on a Wednesday, or Thursday, which hopefully means we have a little extra time off. But that makes it difficult.
Yeah,
maybe that's your trip to New York, just to go, see him, you know, for a couple days. Yeah,
it's possible. We might do that, but who knows?
Yeah.
Well, Rouster. I'm trying to give you a cool nickname. The Rouster.
Next time. Happy feet.
Have a good holiday season.
You too. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Christmas. I know. Hopefully you'll be on here before your.
Well, now that I can get back out here, yes. You may have to come pick me up.
There's a bridge. You'll be fine.
Okay. Bridge to Holliswood Studios 2.0.
All right.
Peace out.
See you later. Goodbye.